Right, greetings. Welcome all of you, my lovely students. This is 2023, brand new batch after the release of results of your ordinary level, right? So um, sometimes you might see me today as the first time. So firstly, I'm Nimish Dayanand. Most of you know about it. Then this is your business studies very first class in 2023, right? Okay. Right, welcome back all of you to the 2023 Business Studies class. So today we are going to have a good introduction about your business studies syllabus, right? So firstly, let me explain you what is business studies and why this subject is important to your life. Right? You know that in basically in advanced level, there are so many selections that you have, right? You may have to select accounting, right? Economics, IT, and business studies, basically, right? But most of the students are selecting business studies. Why? In the new syllabus, this is the subject which allows a huge ESET score in your paper, right? In therefore, this is actually the first tune that I offered you. Hope that most of you got it. If not, please reserve your copies on because today it's okay. You can participate to this class without having a tune. But for next class, for sure, you have to have your tune with you. Fine. So basically, okay, let's go for a of these examples. Right. So business studies is a subject which consists of 18 chapters. 18 chapters. During these 2 years, you have to study 18 chapters during these 2 years. So basically, in grade 12 and grade 13, 11 topics and 7 topics respectively. This is how your 18 chapters consist of. This is one of the biggest syllabus in your advanced level, right? And one of the important syllabus in your advanced level. So basically, I think it's better to write the syllabus. If you got your handout with you, no problem, you may have the syllabus. If not, you can write the syllabus like this. Okay. Uh, okay. Let me show you your first tute. This is your first tute I offered you. If you have your tute with you, you can just refer it. Okay, let's have an idea about your tute. Right, this is your business studies first tute. And this is basis of business or business studies first tute part 1. Actually, for chapter number 1, I expected to give you 3 modules. This is actually part 1. In this one, you can see that there are 9 subheadings included in there. Right, 9 subheadings are there for chapter number 1. In this tute, I am going to explain first 2 subheadings. Next tute, 3, 4, 5. Next tute, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's how your 3 tutes in the syllabus consist of. Right? So then what is chapter number 1? Basis of business and its environment. Right. Now let's have a rough idea. Um, Apart from the tude. Right. Okay. So let's have a rough idea about this subject. Normally, earlier people used this BS, right? I should say this to you, right? I must say this. Earlier, people used these two letters to introduce as boring subject. Boring subject. Earlier, why people used to call it? Because those days in the syllabus, there are only theoretical parts. Only theoretical parts were there. No more practical things. Just by studying some books, just by hearting some books, people could get B, C passes, sometimes A passes. But now with the new syllabus, it's of course practical. Therefore, it's not the boring subject is anymore. Today, the best and smart subject in any stream in advanced, that is BS. That is BS, right? That is business studies. That is the best and smart subject. Why? Now you have to learn about how to deal with checks. These things are very important. How to start your own business is very important. How to be an expert in any profession that you would like to deal with one day. How do you buy a good as a consumer? Consumer. How do you grow up your small businesses? Right? How do you fulfill your social business, social responsibility to society? Right? How would you market your product in the market? How would you recruit a quality human resource to the business organization? How can you create a good production process to your business organization? How to make a good business plan to your business? Right? How would you maintain your current accounts and other banking transactions with financial institutions? Right? There are so many practical things are in the syllabus. That's why I told you this is so far the best and the smartest subject in any stream of advanced level. So guys, you are so lucky. You are in the track. If you study this chapter properly, I mean this subject properly from the beginning, that will help you not only to get an A pass for your examination, right? If you study this subject harder than ever, you can have a good career in your life. If you study this business studies subject deeply, you will not be an unemployed any day. Why? You know how to make money. This business, this subject, actually, uh, not only brings you marks for the exam. In one hand, it gives marks for the exam. And the other hand, it leads you to the financial freedom. Okay. Financial freedom. Financial freedom, right? To do something, if you want to start your own business, entrepreneurship, this subject gives you some guidelines to do that. If you want to do any job or any other career, This is the subject that you should study hard. To get marks in the examination, you will have to answer for two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 allows you 100 marks and paper 2 allows another 100 marks. Altogether, 200 marks, and you need to get at least 150 marks to get an A pass. This is how your paper consists of. Right, two papers are there. This one you have to answer in 2 hours. 2 hours. So it's a short paper, right? 2 hours. Question number 1 to 30 MCQ, 31 to 40 gap filling, 41 to 50 short answers. This paper 2, allows you 3 hours. It has 8 questions. You have to answer 5 questions given to the guidelines of them. Right, this is how your paper consists of. So you need to earn at least 150 marks out of 200 to get an A pass. That is your challenge. That is what we are getting ready for the paper. Right, okay. So let me explain you what is my plan for your business studies examination. Actually, our plan is this. This is our plan. Firstly, to your examination, now you are in October 2021. Right, I don't know when will your examination will be held, but normally, let's assume that it's December 2023. It nearly, yeah, 2 years, nearly 2 years, sometimes more than 2 years. So my plan is, for plan number 1, now we are starting your theory class, right? 3 months before the examination, right? 3 months before the examination, right? September 2023, we finish your theory. We do finish your theories. Right? To these 18 chapters, you will be given 22 tunes. 22 tunes. For chapter number 1, you have 3 modules. For chapter number 1, you have 3 tunes. Like that, for these all 18 chapters, you will be given 22 tunes. And the theory class, we do daily tests. We do homework assignments. Homework assignments. This is plan 1, project 1. Second project, after 1 year, right? After 1 year means nearly October 2022. October 2022, we start your revision class. Right, revision class. Now your seniors revision class has been started already. Like that, your revision class will start after 1 year. In this revision class, actually, this is our valuable product. This one, you will be given complete tutorials to all subjects, daily tests, monthly exams, homework assignments, past paper discussions, and model paper discussions. Model paper discussion. This is our project 2. And finally, Last 3 months, after finishing your theory class, we start third project, which is paper class. In last 3 months, we expect to do 10 complete model papers and 10 complete past papers. 10 complete past papers. This is our plan. This is project 3. Right? This is our 3 steps to bring you to an exam day pass. This is our project to bring you to an exact A pass. This is a crystal clear program. Right? The only thing that you have to do is you need to follow this process that I am asking you to follow. Right? When you are coming with the system, you will automatically end up with this expected results by all of us. Right? So, like that, when we are studying, you have to make short notes. I'll give you my short note as well. But you have to make your own short note. Then you have to create mind maps. Mind maps. What's the meaning of mind map? Mind mapping means just looking at an A4 sheet. You can memorize all the things that you learn in during this chapter. Sometimes for a single chapter like chapter 1, 3 tools are there. But you should be talented enough to bring all the important things to an A4 sheet. That's we call mind map. Your mind has a map. Map says the ways to go through the subheadings of this syllabus, right? So this mind map you have to create, and I'll give you my mind maps as well. Okay. Then you have to create questions. It's a game. Create questions. Right? Few weeks ago, we arranged a game, 2x2 game, to your seniors. Right? I invited them to make a good paper. Right? I invited them to get first 7 chapters, and they have to create a good paper. Right? It's a 2x2 project. 2 people should join together, and they should make their paper. Right? For the best team, I'm going to offer actually that the team has been selected. I'm going to offer them a gift voucher to have a good dinner in Grand Candia. Right? So some attractive games are there inside the class. This is actually not a traditional class that you are normally participated in. Right? Everything is systematic. We have a plan. We have the plan is crystal clear from beginning to end. It's a written plan is there. A well-established systematic plan is there. So you have to believe and you have to adapt with the system, right? And you have some commitments. Then you have some commitments are there. What are they? The commitments are, number one, you have to attend to the classes every day. Right? Daily attendance is essential. Without attending to the classes, can't help. Why? This is actually not O level. In O level, that is also a good exam. I never criticize it. But you had so many people around your house, around your village, to ask some subject matters regarding your O level. But advanced level is not like that. Sometimes your elder brother or sister might be a graduate of management. No problem. He or she may have studied business studies as well. But now the syllabus is upgraded. Syllabus has been updated. Therefore, I'm sorry to say that sometimes your seniors, brothers and sisters, those who are graduated in management faculties, may are not aware of these things. Therefore, the only place that you need to clear your problems is inside the class. Therefore, attending to the classes is very essential. That's essential. That's the rule number one. You have to attend to the classes every day. And rule number two, every day you are given homework papers. You have to get a CR book, and the paper I give you have to attach to it. You have to paste that using a glue or something. Then you need to write the answers. Next day morning, I just check these answers and you can allow to the inside of the class. I mean, that is in the physics class. In online class, I don't know how much is practical. But if you are honest to yourself, you better answer for all questions that you are selected. Right. So this is our plan basically. Now let's go for business. Right. Business studies. Business studies. Why do people start businesses? People start businesses to make some profit, to earn profit or any other motive, any other objective. Suppose that I'm a businessman. So why do I start a business? Why do I? Normally I start a business to make profit, to make some profit. Sometimes government starts a business to do some social welfare. As an example, public school or government school is a government business. That school has been established to serve people. General Hospital in Kandy is a public business. It's a public business. The purpose of establishing General Hospital in Kandy is to make people healthier. They are not earning money. They are not expecting to earn money. Yeah, but I started my shop, my retail business, my salon, my studio to earn profit. But some people start their businesses to do social welfare activities for the well-being of their employees, right? To do something to the society, to protect the environment, to protect their religion, to to protect their employees' rights. So you can see that starts businesses. People start businesses in various objectives. Some of them are profit motive objectives. Some of them are non-profit motive objectives. Right? Therefore, we can simply say that businesses has been established to earn or to achieve profit or non-profit motive. Profit or non-profit motive. So businesses has been established to earn profit or non-profit motive. So how do they earn this profit or non-profit motive? Who is the main resource of the business? Who is the main party of the business? The most important party or the main resource of the business is consumers, right? Consumers or customers, right? So satisfying their customers is the only key of the successfulness of the business. Satisfying consumers by businesses is the only key for the well-being or the growth of the business. Therefore, every business tries to satisfy their consumers' needs and wants. Every business tries to satisfy their consumers' needs and wants. In our day-to-day life, needs and wants are similar in our day-to-day practice. As an example, when I am going for a shop, I can say that I need this, please bring that to me. I want this, please bring that to me. In our day-to-day life, we use need and want terms for the same meaning. But technically, it has a huge difference. It has a huge difference. Need is something which is essential to survive as a person in the society, like food, clothes, shelter, education, communication, transportation, esteem needs, social needs, self-actualization needs, right? These are essential. But wants are the various ways that we use to satisfy the above mentioned needs. As an example, food is a need. Bread, rice, kottu, these all wants. Clothes is a need. Shirt, trousers, saris, frocks are wants. Education is a need. School, university, tuition classes, library, internet are wants. So wants are the various ways that we use to satisfy consumers' needs. Right? So every business focuses on satisfying their consumers' needs and wants. Then, how do they satisfy their consumers' needs and wants? How do they satisfy their consumers' needs and wants? By supplying goods and services. By supplying goods and services. They always try to supply quality goods and services to their customers. Right? They would like to supply quality goods and services to their customers. You can see the differences between these, the relationship between these three terms. When businesses supply quality goods and services to their customers, consumers can satisfy their needs and wants. As a result, business can achieve their profit or non-profit motive. Finally, you can see that every business makes an economic activity. Some businesses bring raw material from an outside and they create something, manufacture something, and they supply that to the market. Some businesses just buy finished goods and after adding a profit, they do supply that to customers. So every business does what? An economic activity. An economic activity. An economic activity. So now you can see what is a business. Business is an economic activity that supplies or that provides goods and services to satisfy consumers' needs and goals to achieve profit or non-profit motive. This is the basic definition for a business. Why do I call this as a basic definition? Why do I call this as a basic definition? Because we can't define business exactly. Why? Business is a universal concept, right? Business is a universal concept. So 10 different people in 10 different countries can define businesses in 10 different ways, right? Once again, 10 different people in 10 different countries can define businesses in 10 different ways, right? All these definitions are correct. Why? They define businesses based on their economical situation, based on their cultural situation, based on their political situation, and based on their market conditions. So businesses are different from place to place, country to country, time to time, person to person, right? Like that. So businesses are different. We can't right? We can't exactly say that this is a business like that. No, we can't say like that. Some goods supplying businesses are there, services providing businesses are there. So many types of businesses are there around the world. Therefore, getting a single definition to cover every business is impossible. Therefore, identifying some characteristics of a business is the best way to make a definition about a business. Clear? Therefore, so far, this is the best definition that has been presented in Sri Lanka as a business. Right? Sometimes you can change this. Right? Even in your school, sometimes your school teachers will give them another definition. That is also correct. Why? It's a universal concept. Any person can define that according to his scope. Clear? Okay, so this is a business. One asks that what is BSR? BSR means business social responsibilities. That is your chapter number 2. Business social responsibilities. Right? Businesses have to give something back to the society. That is called business social responsibility. Hmm. Okay. So in your grade 12 syllabus, in your grade 12 syllabus, what was chapter number 1? Chapter number 1 is basis of business and business environment. What do you mean? Basis of business and business environment. Some of our students are there in this group now. They have already participated to our group number 1 when we started after O levels. So if you are in this group now, you also can have the new tute. No problem. Whether you got the previous tute or not, it's okay. You can have your new tute as well. So come to the institute and collect your new copy. Sometimes you may have our previous tute I offered you in those days, but it's okay. You better come new tute. Come with new tute. Come and get your new tute. It's okay. Basis of business and business environment. Number 2, business social responsibilities and ethics. Business social responsibilities and ethics. Number 3, government and business. Government and business. Number 4, business organizations. Business organizations. Number 5, entrepreneurship. 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 This is actually a French word. Number 6, small and medium businesses, SMEs, small and medium businesses. Number 7, money and financial institutions. Money and financial institutions. Eight, insurance. 9, communication. Communication. 10, transportation and logistics. Transportation and logistics. 11, trade. Trade. These are the 11 chapters belongs to grade 12. Grade 12. Now let's focus on the chapters in grade 13. It has only 7. Right? Come for grade 13. In grade 13, chapter number 12, management. Management. Number 13, operational management. 14, marketing management. 15, financial management. 16, human resource management. Human resource management. 17. Information system. And last one is business plan. Business plan. These are the chapters. Note down these things to make familiar. Business plans. In grade 13, most lessons are management, yes. Right. Hope that you wrote these things. Okay. So now let's form your unit. This is your unit number 1. Unit number 1, part number 1. For chapter number 1, you have 3 tunes, right? So for chapter number 1, you have 3 tunes, and this is actually tune number 1. So in this one, this tune I added only these two. This is tune 1. For the second tube, I have added these three. And this is tube number 2. You can have it after this tube. And these four, tube number 3. That is how your chapter 1 has been arranged. For these two parts. For tube number 2, these 3 parts. And for these 4 parts. At the end of the chapter, we have to discuss past papers, at least from 2011 to 2022. Right? 22, still we can't, right? More than 1 year is remaining for it. Right? Sometimes 1 as well. That we need to discuss past papers. Right? And we need to answer for some model papers. We have to make the mind map. It's a psychological technique. Then we have to have a good short note. For chapter number 1. This is how we should plan these things. Right. This is what we are planning to do, chapter number 1. And this is your cue 1.1. The concepts of business. Okay. 1.1, the concepts of business. Now let's see the approach. This is the approach. Right. All of us have needs and wants, of course. All of us have our own needs and wants. Right? Needs and wants. We can fulfill them. That means we can fulfill our needs and wants by consuming what? Consuming goods and services. We can fulfill needs and wants by fulfilling what? Goods and services. Goods and services. These goods and services are provided by businesses. These businesses run with profit motive or non-profit motive. Profit motive or non-profit motive. This is your tube. If you have the tube, now let's go for next part. If you don't have tube, write these things in a paper, and once you get the copy, please fill these things. Right. Now we are going to make a definition regarding business. Now, firstly, you can create your own definition regarding business. How do we define a business? How do we define a business? Okay, let's make a fair definition like this. Right, like this. Let's define business. Well, under business. The business is an economic activity an economic activity which provides goods and services. Goods and services services in order to satisfy in order to satisfy consumers' needs and wants. Consumers' needs and wants. To obtain profit or non-profit motive. That is definition number one. Let's go for definition number two. Definition number two. Write that all the activities related to all the activities related to the production, distribution, distribution, selling of goods and services, selling of goods and services, with a profit or non-profit motive, with a profit or non-profit motive, non-profit motive, in order to satisfy human needs and wants. Human needs and wants. Right. So these are the definitions, acceptable definitions for businesses. Right? Acceptable definitions for businesses. Even in the examination, if you are required to define businesses, you can make one of these definitions, right? That includes all the important things. Satisfying needs and wants of people, providing goods and services, right? Achieving profit or non-profit motive, and of course, it's an economic activity. Right. From next day, we can start with these four concepts. Right. Today, actually, I just wanted to share with you the syllabus and the content of the paper and the basic things about the business studies. Right. But next day, I know that most of you, most of you got the tute. Yes, I know, but some of you didn't get your tute yet. Right. So before your next class, please reserve your tute. Then we have to start with core concepts of business. These are the core concepts: needs, wants, demand, products, and markets. We have discussed these things and the core concepts of business. Very important parts. These things are always examining by the examiner for the examination. So having a good idea about these core concepts is essential, right? Therefore, have your tunes, and next week actually you have to attend to the classes only if you got the tune. Why? From next week, I'm going to invite you to open your videos and audios. Then, as a live class, you can join me throughout this Zoom classes. If you couldn't attend to the class due to any unavoidable circumstance, you can watch the class video as a repeat video from our the first site. Therefore, you have to register in the site first, and you can have your tunes regarding the month of October. 1 point, I mean, accounting and business studies. So after that, we can finish these very important things about core concepts. All these things are included regarding core concepts. Then after studying these things, you can have a very good idea about the core concepts of businesses. Clear? So that's what I wanted to focus you in the first day. After that, after finishing these core concepts, we can go for normal parts like classification of markets, characteristics of business, right? These things. Well, okay, do you remember our timetable? Can somebody remember our timetable? When do we conduct our business studies class normally? Normally we conduct this on Thursday. At 5 to 7 p.m. Right? Thursday at 5 to 7 p.m. Our accounting class is on Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. This is how our 2 times have been allocated. And economics and IT classes are also there. You can join these classes as well according to your selection. Clear? Okay, so hope that you got an idea about the subject. So actually, we just learned something, but other than teaching something, I wanted to explain you why should you so serious to this subject? Why you have to be serious? Why should you make a plan for these studies? Right? Why should you get A marks? Right? I mean, more than 75 marks, an A pass for business studies. Like that. It has a good set score. Yeah, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for joining. See you on coming Saturday, day after tomorrow, with your accounting class. If you didn't get your tubes yet, please come to the institute and have your copy soon. If you didn't get your copies yet after making payments, please inform me. I'll inform once again to the management to send you these things throughout the courier, right? Okay, so sometimes in these days, because of the rush in courier, that will be taken a little bit late, right? They will get a little time, additional time to deliver tubes to you. So therefore, please reserve your copies quite earlier, right? Therefore, you can have your tube with you before starting the lesson in the particular date, right? Okay. So see you guys. Thank you for joining. And if there are some students, those who got your tubes in the first classes, you can have the new tubes as well, right? You have allocated new tubes as well. Right. That's all today. Somebody asked that can I use old tubes? No. Get new things. Right? You can have your old tubes, okay, it's also okay, but get new tubes. That new tubes are printed for you specially. Right? Because some changes are there in new tubes. Okay then, that's all for today. See you on coming Saturday, day after tomorrow at 5 o'clock with accounting. Right? See you everybody. Have a nice week.